dear students, a very warm good morning to all of you, and once again welcome back in our biology session. So in our previous video we have discussed about the components of the food or the constituents of the food or the nutrition in the food. In that we have discussed about the carbohydrate. In the carbohydrate we have discussed about sugar, starch and fiber. Also in the same video we have discussed about the proteins. Okay, so right now we are going to move for the next components of the food. Before going to move for the next components of the food, I just want to tell you one thing that, see, different food items contains the different types of the nutrients. Okay, in a more and in a less amount. So one food item contains the more than one nutrient, but there is a one nutrient which is more in the food item than the other. Okay, for example we can say that rice is rich in carbohydrate. Okay, so rice contains the more amount of the carbohydrate, so the carbohydrate content is more in the rice, but along with that carbohydrate there are some other nutrients are also present in the rice, but the higher amount of the nutrients is present, that is carbohydrate. That's why we can say it what carbohydrate rich food. Okay, also we have discussed about the proteins. So in our body there are some organs, or there are some parts which are made up of protein. We can say our nails, our hair, our muscles are made up of protein. Even also the silk that we are getting from the silkworm, that is also made up of protein only. Okay, so this is all about carbohydrate and protein. So now let's move for the next constituent of the food, that is nothing but what? Fats. Okay, as we know that the carbohydrate is called as energy giving food, but like carbohydrate, fats also gives us energy. Okay, fats also gives us energy, and very important thing is that as we'll do the comparison of the energy getting from the carbohydrate and the energy getting from the fats, then we can come to know that the fat gives us more amount of the energy as compared to the carbohydrate. Okay, but it doesn't mean that the fat gives us more amount of the energy, so we can consume the more amount of the fat rich food. No, because excessive fat is not good for our body. Excessive fat causes the obesity and different diseases or different heart related diseases. Okay, so there are the certain food which are rich in the fats, that we can say that ghee, oil, butter, okay, fish, eggs, milk, all these are the food material which some nuts are also there, they are also rich in fat. So all these are the food which are rich in fat. Okay, so to find out whether the food contain fats or no, we are having one test that also we can perform, or you have to perform that test at home, which is very easy. What you have to do, you have to take some grains or some pieces of the groundnut. Okay, take the 4 to 5 groundnuts, cover that groundnuts with a plain paper or the paper from your notebook, and just crush that groundnuts. Okay, what you can say that on the paper you can see the oil pieces or the patches of the oil. It means what? The groundnut contains the fats. Okay, the groundnut is rich in fats. Okay, so see on the paper you can see somehow like these oily patches, which is tell us or which proves that the groundnut contains the fats. Okay, so this is about fats. Just now I said that the fat gives us more amount of the energy, so but still we have to control our body to consume the less amount of the fat. We should not increase the amount of the fats in our daily diet, because if we take the higher amount of the fat, then what happened? That fat started to get collected. It forms the layer in our blood vessels. Blood vessels means what? As know in our body, throughout the body the blood is moving. Okay, with the help of the blood vessels, or we can say pipe like structures are there in our body, that we are going to see in our next sessions or in the next schedule what is meant by blood vessels and all. But right now you keep in your mind that is what blood vessels means. What? They are the pipe like structures. Okay, they are the pipe like structure, and the fat started to get deposited on that blood vessels. Okay, and then they started to decrease the path of the blood. It is very hard for the blood to flow from this blood vessel, which increase the pressure on the heart and it causes the different types of the diseases. Okay, so more amount of the fats increase the cholesterol in our body, and that cholesterol started to get deposited in the blood vessel, which makes the blood unable to flow from it, and that is the reason it causes the different heart related diseases. Okay, so this is about fats. Now we will move for the next constituent, that is nothing but what? Vitamins. Okay, what? Vitamins. Okay, so see, before going to say the vitamins, just one thing remain to tell you about the fats. The fats gives us energy in the form of heat. The fats gives us energy in the form of heat. Okay, and as we know, to measure each and everything we are having certain units. Okay, so how much energy our body requires, okay, or how much energy our body gets or required, it also get measured into the calories. Okay, it also gets measured into the calories. So the calorie is the unit to measure the energy which is required for our body. So say fat also gives us energy in the form of heat. Heat is measured into the kilocalories, hence the energy which we are getting from the fats, it also get measured into the calories, or we can say the energy that we are getting from the different food items, it also get measured into the calories. Okay, so the growing children approximately requires the 2000 to 2500 calories. Okay, so this is about what? Fats. Find out our next components, that is nothing but what? Vitamins. Okay, so the vitamins are the components of the food which are very important, that is what? Vitamins. Okay, so these vitamins required for our body in a short amount or in a very less amount. Vitamins required by our body in a minor quantity or in a very less amount, but still they are very important for our body, because this vitamin helps our body to protect our body from the different diseases. It helps to improve our immunity system, which helps to protect our body from the different diseases, and that is the reason these vitamins are called as protective food. Okay, so there are the different types of the vitamins, that is vitamin A, B, C, D, E and K. Okay, so these are the different types of the vitamin. If we talk about the vitamin B, then there are the different types of the vitamin B, that is we can say vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B9 and B12. Like that we can say there are the 12 types of the vitamin B, and that is the reason for vitamin we can call as what? B complex. What we can call? B complex. So that is the group of the different types of the vitamin B. So togetherly we can call them as what? B complex. Okay, so these are the certain types of the vitamins A, B, C, D, E and K. Okay, so now next one we are going to discuss that among all these nutrients, some nutrients get dissolved in water and some nutrients are unable to dissolve in water. Okay, so among these A, B, C, D, E and K, the vitamin B and C, okay, vitamin B and C are called as water soluble vitamins. Okay, what? Water soluble vitamins. Okay, vitamin B and C are called as water soluble vitamins. Okay, because they can get easily mixed in the water and they can throw out from our body in the form of sweat and urine. Also, if the food which is rich in vitamin B and C, we'll wash and then we'll cut, if we'll cut and then we'll wash, then what happen? Whatever the vitamins present in that, it get run away with the help of that water. Okay, so never cut and wash the vegetables and the fruits. Okay, why? Because the vitamin which are water soluble, it can get destroyed from that particular food stuff, and also it can get run out from our body in the form of sweat and urine. That is the reason we should consume this vitamin B and C regularly in our diet. We should take vitamin B and C regularly in our diet. Okay, now the next one we are going to discuss about vitamin A, D, E and K. So these remaining vitamins A, D, E and K, they are insoluble in water. Okay, they are insoluble in water. Which A, D, E and K, they are insoluble in water. Okay, so these type of the vitamins cannot get mixed in the water, but they can get easily mixed into the fatty substance. They can get easily dissolved into fatty substance. Okay, so what you have to keep in the mind, that is vitamin B and C get water soluble, and remaining all the nutrients are insoluble in water, but they can get dissolved into, or they get soluble into fatty acid. They are soluble into fatty substances. Okay, so these are the substances which are insoluble in water and but soluble in the fatty substances, and these vitamins can get stored in our body. Okay, very important thing, as we know that this vitamin D, if we sit under the sunlight, early morning sunlight, then it can get prepared in our body. Okay, so in this way they can get stored in our body. So this is all about what? Vitamins. Okay, so there are the different types of the food items which are rich in different nutrients. So in this point we are going to discuss about different types of the vitamins, their sources and their functions. Okay, so now let's discuss about vitamin, their sources and their functions. Okay, and which type of the diseases causes because of these lack of the vitamins. Okay, so see here, the first one is their vitamin A. So what is the function of that? It protects our eyes, helps to keep skin, bones and teeth healthy. And which are the sources of the vitamin A? Carrot, milk, butter, dark green vegetables, sweet potatoes, deep yellow fruits and vegetables. Okay, this deficiency point we are going to discuss again in deeply, but still right now we are going to discuss now. So night blindness, it is the deficiency disease which is causes due to the lack of vitamin A. Inability to see in a dim light. Xeroderma, that is what? Dry skin. This is the deficiency disease. If the lack of the deficiency is there, lack of the vitamin A is there in our body, then the diseases causes like night blindness and xeroderma. Okay, next one is there, that is vitamin B1. Okay, as I have told you, there is a B complex, groups of the B vitamin is there. In that, first we are going to discuss about B1. Helps in proper functions of the nerves and heart. Which are the sources for the same? Milk, fish, meat, cereals, nuts and pulses. The deficiency disease of the B1 is beriberi. Okay, beriberi, it is the one type of the nerve disorder, or we can say muscle weakness and inefficiency, means we are not feeling active. Next one is there B9. This is required for the growth of the body. Sources are deep green vegetables, dark green vegetables, papayas and kiwis. Okay, deficiency disease, that is improper growth, anemia and forgetfulness, slow movement. Forgetfulness means we are forgetting the so many things like that. Okay, or the small things also we are started to forget. Next, slow movements. Our different movements can get slow. We can walk slowly, or we cannot get up as early as possible, or we take some time to perform all the activities. Next one is there, that is B12, and which is necessary for the formation of red blood cell. And the sources of the B12 are meat, milk and milk products. Okay, milk and the milk products. And the disease causes due to the deficiency of vitamin B12, that is anemia. C, vitamin C protects body tissue, formation of collagen. And what is the collagen? That is a protein essential for gums, teeth, bones and skin. Okay, next one is there. So as we know, if you want to make your skin good, then we should consume the vitamin C in our body. Also it helps our immunity system, helps to develop our immunity system. The food which is rich in vitamin C are amla, kiwi, oranges and other citrus fruits like a lemon, okay, in this way. And then sweet melon also, cabbage, tomatoes, green leafy vegetables, all these are the rich in a vitamin C. The deficiency disease is scurvy, that is bleeding of gums, thyroid malfunctioning, delay in healing of the wounds. The wounds cannot get healed early. Okay, next one is there vitamin D. Absorbs calcium and phosphorus from the healthy bones and teeth. Okay, it requires for the healthy bones and teeth. Next one, on exposure to sunlight, vitamin D is made in the human body. As we know that if we sit in the early sunlight, then the vitamin D is get made in the human body from some substances like milk, fish, egg and butter. Also we are getting the vitamin D. Rickets, softening of the bones causing pain and fractures. Bones can get easily break. Okay, it get brittle, it can get easily break. Vitamin E, smooth functioning of metabolism inside the cell, reproduction, maintaining efficiency of the muscle cell. Okay, it is necessary for the smooth functioning of metabolism inside the cell, means whatever the work is going on in our body, all it is called as what? Metabolism of the cell. Okay, means with the our cells perform the different functions, which is called as what? Metabolism. Also it requires in the reproduction, maintaining efficiency of muscle cell. Food products which are rich in sources of vitamin E are wheat gram, then green leafy vegetables, then tender leaves and vegetable oils. Okay, next one is there deficiency disease which is caused due to vitamin E. Weak muscles, obstruction in the reproduction and skin disorder. The muscles get weak, sometimes there are the some complications in the reproduction and the skin disorders ones get face if they are having the vitamin E deficiency. Vitamin K helps in clotting of blood, very important, as we are having the cut or wounds, after blood is coming out from that, but after some time it get stopped, that is only we are calling as what? Clotting of the blood. So this very important, vitamin K helps to clotting of the blood. Green leafy vegetables, green cabbage, broccoli, sprouted pulses, yellow of eggs, okay, or egg yolk you can say that, are rich in the sources of vitamin K. Excessive bleeding after an injury, that is the disease which is causes due to the deficiency of vitamin K. Okay, also we can get the some things in the CBSE textbook page number 14. In that also we are getting like this chart. In that we have discussed about the vitamin A, B, C and D. You can go through that also. Okay, so in this way here we have completed our point, that is what? Vitamins. Okay, so here we will stop. We will meet in the next video with the next point, and for today, thank you.